Good morning, everyone. It is another hot one here in Australia, Queensland, Australia. It's right now. It is 27 degrees already Celsius. If you're watching this Fahrenheit, that is. So we gotta double it and add 40. Isn't that right? So 30, 60. It's just under 100 degrees over here in Australia, I think. Maybe 90-ish. Got a few things to do today, and that is way too bright, isn't it? Is that too dark? So as you can see, the house, it's a little bit messy right now. Woke up to this, and I'm gonna have to clean it a little bit. But first things first, we're gonna do, I was gonna make the coffee. I will make the coffee, but I've got something else planned this morning that I don't normally do. So I'm just gonna make this, and I'll see you in a second. All right, I'm back, and here, this is what I'm doing. I made this last night. It is a stretch routine, and by me making it, I mean I asked ChatGPT to make it for me, but I gave it all the prompts myself. I made all my prompts myself. Obviously, as a gamer and now programmer, I sit at the computer a lot, and because of that, my neck and my shoulders are really tight all the time, and so is my lower back. I think it's tight or it's weak or something. I need to strengthen my abs too. Even though I go to the gym, I don't always do these things, so I made a stretch routine for myself to strengthen and stretch my body out every morning, midday, and nighttime. 3 times a day we're gonna do this, so we're just gonna start with part 1 of the day and then go from there. I've never been good at sticking to a stretch routine, honestly. This is something I definitely have to improve on going forward because my body is not getting any younger. My main problem is that I go to the gym and I don't stretch as much as I should afterward. So that's causing my problems, honestly. So I'm done with my stretching now, but I just thought I would show you that I am weighing myself as well. The reason why I'm doing this is I am trying to lose all the weight that I put on in Japan. And it's probably I think it was 3 kilograms I put on, but I put on weight kind of before that as well. So I'm just gonna weigh myself here and see what I am in the morning. It's good to weigh myself in the morning before everything, and I can't do it with holding this camera because it's gonna add a bunch of weight to my thing, at least 400 grams, right? Something like that. I'll just show you what the scale does when you get on it. So I have this app here, and it can track with this scale. So it's pretty cool. 76. Holy. Okay, so let me just set my measurements up. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's just take this off. Hold on. Remeasure. So I am at 75.5 kilograms. However, that's not my actual weight currently. Maybe there's no point doing this right now, but the thing is, it's a good habit to get into. I need to make habits for myself. So I'm gonna put the scale away, but this is not my actual weight because I just drank a bunch of water before this, and I forgot to weigh immediately when I woke up. That was my mistake. Anyway, let's move on to next part of the day. Good morning to everyone. So this is where we'll be sitting for the next hour or so, and we're just gonna do some coding practice. And by practice, I just mean learning, maybe a bit of practice. So there's someone I use on Udemy. I'm learning, using them. I'm learning from someone on Udemy, and I'm also learning from someone on YouTube as well. So I'm kind of using both of them to leverage knowledge out of them. Thank you so much to those guys, and then hopefully become a programmer in the next, realistically, 6 months, but hopefully, well, I should say a hopeful 4 months, because I already know a bit about it. So let's start. You know what, ever since I swapped to using Sukin products, I'm sure you know who they are. My skin has just been incredible. You should try it. Especially the rose hip face scrub. It's really refreshing. Well, this setup's a little bit awkward, but what I've done is I've just changed, obviously, and gotten ready for Amazon, because I'm about to go to Amazon. I start at 1:45 and it is 1:08 right now. I put sunscreen on because it is very hot today. It is UV 11 and it is 29 degrees Celsius right now, which is insane. That's not insane, we've had it before, but it's common in tropical places. I just realized I keep looking back at the camera, but you can hear me, hopefully, with the mic above my head. The reason why I'm doing it like this right now is because because I have sunscreen all over me and I don't want to get sunscreen on my my mic. So I'm just getting my water bottle ready. This is pretty much empty, so I'm gonna fill it up all the way with fresh water and some ice, because I know I am definitely gonna need it today. I always take water with me when I go on Amazon work contracts, but Uber I don't always take it, and it's because I have full control over my life in Uber. Like Amazon, I have to, if I want to get out of or leave or do something with Amazon, like technically I can go and stop, but like I can't really go home, if you know what I mean. Like technically I could, but it's a bit awkward to do that with all the packages in the car all the time, generally, and then you usually go to your delivery zone, which is like, your delivery zone could be anywhere in the vicinity of kind of where you live. Usually that's kind of what it is. So it could be like, it still could be like 20-25 minutes away from where you live. And it also could be in a housing tract. So in those scenarios, you really need to take water and snacks with you. I'm fine for snacks because I also ate. You didn't see that. That's the other thing I did. So I was studying pretty much for 2 hours, 2.5 hours on there, doing coding, or studying coding, learning to code continuously, and doing a bit of coding myself, but you know, guided coding. And I ate some delicious rice while I did that. And that's it. So now we're just gonna go out to Amazon, and then I'll show you a little bit of what I'm doing today at Amazon, I guess. Let's see where we go today. Hey, what's up? So here I am in the car, and I am almost at Amazon. I couldn't really record before that because my phone wasn't really set up. So here we go. There's literally no one here. It is mega hot, and I'm a little bit early. All right. Well, we're going in now. Let's take a look. Okay, there is someone here, at least. We are front row right now. We are really early for our shift. All right, time to turn off the car. I am just on my way out of Amazon, basically. And I'm on my way to my first drop-off. And I already did this recording a second ago, but it didn't record any audio because for some reason I can't record audio when I'm using my CarPlay system here. So that's annoying. Oh well. So yeah, see, obviously I'm in got a bit of extra attire here because you need to wear this while you are inside the Amazon station. And then you basically load up your packages, which I have all in the back here. And then after that, you just head out, do your deliveries, and see how long it takes you. I like to try and complete it faster than the allotted time, because it's fun for me. I don't know why it's fun, but it is. This is technically classified as a 4-hour shift by Amazon, and by that classification I get a certain amount of pay for a 4-hour shift. So 4-hour shifts are worth $118 depending on the urgency of the shift. If there's a lot of stuff that needs to go out, then they obviously want to pay more for people to actually do the work. But if it's just a normal shift, it's $118. So you get paid that whether you finish it within 4 hours or not. So you could technically go over 4 hours, or you could go under 4 hours, and I often go under 4 hours. So I think they try and cover all their bases by saying 4 hours, but technically today's shift is a 3-hour shift classified by the system that they use. So it's according to their system, it should take me 3 hours to do this today. So we will see how long it actually takes me. I'm starting officially, well, I'm driving now at 1:50 basically. So we'll see how long it actually takes me to do this. But you basically get paid more for less if you do it in a quicker time frame. The only time you get paid more if you go over 5 hours is if it took you longer for the drive to get there, basically. Anyway, we're still heading there, so I'll catch up with you in a bit. We've been driving for about 25 minutes or so. We've got an extra 10 left, roughly. Kind of far, but it's along the lines of my house, so I can easily go back home. It was harder to get here than it will be to get home, is what I'm saying. But the thing about today is they've kind of sent me to a shitty area because it's shitty in the sense that there's a lot of construction going on right now, right here. So they're putting in a tram line that goes pretty much from way up past where my house is all the way down here. And this is like 30 minutes drive from my house. So they're trying to put a tram in very far down, so it's easy for public transport. It's easy to get down here. And I think it's amazing. Do it. It'll get a lot more cars off the road, especially since fares are only 50 cents now. It only costs 50 cents any direction, anywhere you want to go, as far as you want to go. 50 cents for a day. So yeah, it's great, but right now they're in the process of making that. And while I'm glad they're making it, it is a nightmare for deliveries because I cannot just cross the center of the road willy-nilly. I have to like go down further than I would need to and find a U-turn somewhere to get across the road. There's no way, there's no easy way to do it. So yeah, I'm just kind of stuck at the moment. I do apologize for the shitty view at the moment. It's kind of the only way I can set my phone up, but just to show you, like, this is the type of traffic we're dealing with here. And I don't know if you can see on the side there, but there is a lot of construction. The cars are kind of blocking it at the moment, but you'll see it. You'll see some soon enough. Give it a second. Good news is we're almost at our turnoff, and our turnoff is on the left side, thankfully. Whew! Dodged a bullet on that one, and we've got a lot of packages to deliver on the left side of the road here, so that is great. I think there's like, I have to look at the map again, maybe 4 or 5 deliveries on the other side, and that's gonna suck. But maybe it's not gonna be as bad as I think it is. The other day I had to do here, and it was so annoying because it kept having me cross the road back and forth, and these places were like far away from each other, sort of far. So that was really annoying. Anyway, you can see like sort of some signs, detour, turning ahead and stuff like that. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Sorry about that. We just got to our first destination. Let's take a look here. It's probably like that house right there. There's a few people there. They just saw me filming them. So what I've got to do is find the package in here. Got the stuff there. And then just drop it off, run up, put it down, and take a photo of it. Or depending on what instructions they might give me. If there's a dog, I never go in because that's a hazard. That delivery was kind of awesome because this is only like 2 seconds later. Those people that I filmed before, they were the ones expecting this package. So I literally found it out of the back and handed it to them. Awesome. Didn't have to run up and find their apartment or anything. Anyway, on to the next, and I'm probably not going to film the rest of this so I can get it done in a timely manner and actually try and do this before the 3-hour mark. So let's see how I can do. Maybe if I had a GoPro, I could do this properly. I've seen other people do it, but yeah, I'm not going to probably film this. Plus, it's really hot. I need to conserve my phone battery, and that dies very quickly. You'd be surprised. It dies very quickly in the sun. Wonder why. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, I'm just doing a quick unexpected update. Didn't expect to be doing this, but the reason why I'm updating now is before I've actually finished Amazon, is because I don't think I'm gonna finish too early. And the reason is, it is blazing out here, and I'm trying to preserve my existence by not running too much. So that the reason I'm breathing right now is because I just ran a couple staircases. So yeah. I just finished all deliveries. They're all done now, and it took 2 hours and 40 minutes. There were some really annoying places on the trip there, and some were hard to figure out where they were, and there was a few units that were really annoying. Units are always annoying. Oh, but yeah, anyway, it's so hot, and now my girlfriend's calling, so next update will be after I get home. Anyway, see you in a bit. Wow, I'm finally back home, and man, that was hot. It's still hot out there. It's still 28 degrees. Jeez, what the hell? Man, what the hell? What's going on here? Yeah, and this is what happens when you take your hat off after like 3 hours or 4 hours of work. It was under 3 hours of work, wasn't it? Well, that's what happens. Okay, so what's gonna happen now is today's actually not a typical day for me. So normally I'm home now, so I'm gonna get some food, and that's normal. But the non-normal part, the abnormal part, is that I'm actually gonna go out or back out again and do some more work. So I'm gonna do some Uber for like maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours if I'm feeling up for it. But they've got a bunch of bonuses today to earn a bunch of extra money, so why not? And I bought a little bit of alcohol yesterday, treated myself. So I'm gonna try and make that up today, doing Uber, doing something that I normally wouldn't be doing. Normally, what I would be doing right now is I would actually be starting to work on my website, or I'd start to do some more, well, that's too bright, sorry. So I'd start to do a little bit more of my like coding or something, probably. But yeah, I just when I get home, I think I mentioned before that I actually just start working on something that I didn't do earlier in the day. I might actually do another video as well, because this video is an all-day vlog, and I don't know if I'm gonna get it out in time today. It might be tomorrow, I'm not sure. We'll see. But I'm gonna eat something now, and then we'll go back out for Uber. What I'm gonna do is just have a bit more rice, my special rice meal. Rice, it's so simple. Rice with nutritional yeast, some Japanese mayonnaise, and some salt. Perfection. Perfecto. I should have said it like that. The first one was weird. Anyway, I'm gonna make that. And then also, before I go out, I'm actually gonna do my midday stretch session. It is technically much later than midday, 5 hours later than midday, and I forgot to do it before I left, so I'm gonna do that now. And then when I come back from Uber, I'll do my evening stretch session. It's kind of a weird spot for my microphone to be, but it's the only spot I really feel comfortable putting it right now, because I've got sunscreen sort of in different areas and I don't want to mess with it on my gear. So I forgot to mention that I've got rice in the rice cooker here from the fridge. I forgot to mention that butter also goes into my secret ingredients list of rice. So we've got this, the Kewpie mayonnaise, and then what else have we got? We've got some salt, we've got nutritional yeast, got that here. All right, let's do this thing. So I'm just gonna make it here in front of you so you can watch me. I don't know why, but yeah, just watch me do this for fun. Why not? What I wanted to say though actually is, so I use the Sony grip for my Sony camera, and you'll know the grip. It's like the one that came out with all the ZV devices. I think it got released with the ZV-E10 when it came out, but I use it here for the ZV-E1, sorry. ZV-1, no way. I'm not gonna do that. Can't handle it. Yeah, so I use that, and it is the easiest, most convenient grip that I've ever used in my life. So props to Sony for being able to make a really great grip. What I gotta do is, I gotta revitalize this rice a little bit by, actually, you know what? Yeah, I do. So I'll put a bit of water in there. Once I do that, just realize all you see is this. Bit of water, and then a lid, which is a plate, and then we heat that up a bit it basically simulates cooking rice again. So it absorbs all the water, and then once that happens, it revitalizes, puffs up, gets more fluffy. Then we can put the mayonnaise in, we can put the butter in, we can put the butter. Oh, and by the way, I think I said by the way before. The other thing that I wanted to say is I'm actually gonna go to the gym tonight as well. The gym happens at a minimum every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with my friend Thurston and my girlfriend, Emika. You know her name by now, don't you? So yeah, we pretty much always go those days, and other days we sometimes go. We don't always go, but sometimes we go Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Sunday actually. Sunday's getting increasingly more common with us. Just Emmy and I, we go and do some walking or something, just to push ourselves to lose that little bit much extra weight. I don't have any energy drinks. Bad news, so I'm gonna make another coffee. And by energy drinks, I don't mean any energy drinks in general. Like, overall, I hate energy drinks in general. That's my stance on energy drinks. I hate them. However, there is one singular energy drink that I've tried recently that I absolutely love, and it's an all-natural base of ingredients. And that is called Celsius. And they didn't pay me to do this because no one pays me to do anything here on YouTube. So you can be rest assured that I am telling you of my own accord that Celsius is amazing. Really great energy drink, great flavors, except for the watermelon and lemon one. For some reason, my friend Thurston absolutely loves it, but it's not that good in my opinion. And the lemon and the watermelon don't really go that well together. So to each their own. Not judging him for loving that. But the fruit punch one, perfect. Hey, how's it going? Still same video you're watching? Wow, it's a long one, I guess. So I didn't really film much of Uber because I didn't feel like it was, well, quite honestly, I forgot. But at the same time, it's not part of my typical day of, you know, like being a, I don't know, solo entrepreneur, or what am I, regular entrepreneur? I guess solo would be the right term, right? Or like, you know, just a day in the life of what I do, basically. So yeah, I pretty much did like, I don't know, 40 minutes of Uber, made $28, $30 basically. So that was nice. And then I went shopping for some things that we needed to make for dinner. To make dinner with, we needed these things, I should say. Oh, that's heavy. So I'm just chucking it all in my Uber bag and gonna go upstairs with this. You know what? I think people underestimate the portability and the ease of filming with your phone. Like, you can't get this ease of filming anywhere else. And it has a really good, well, it's a decent camera. Then you've also got, what's the other thing? Yeah, it's super lightweight, but you do not get the quality of a mirrorless. So there's no way I can go back on anything I said about the Sony camera. It is perfect. It's just that, I don't know, I don't want to take it with me doing this stuff. It's much more easy to use something like this than like a mirrorless when I'm out and doing Uber or shopping or something like that. It's just easier, that's a fact. But when you're just traveling and you're vlogging, that is when it's perfect. I am in the kitchen now after unloading everything, and I'm gonna start, I don't know what I'm making for dinner, but I'm just gonna start slicing stuff because we need at least sliced onion for something. So I'm gonna do that. And then after this, I'm gonna go to the gym. That is on the menu for tonight. And we've got our stretching session too after that. So we're gonna cut some onions and then, yeah, I'm gonna cook dinner. So I'm not gonna bother filming that. I've got good news and I've got bad news. So the good news is the vlog's done. It's finishing here. The bad news is I didn't go to the gym, but that's because I have to get up really early in the morning, and I decided I'm just gonna go in the morning instead because it's just better then. Plus I take an electric scooter over there, and I live in an area where people steal stuff constantly. So even though I've taken measures to protect it, and I take further measures every time I lock it up, it might not be worth it, even just to go out at this time. It's not a crazy amount of sketchy outside, but there is a significant amount of sketchy outside. So yeah. So thank you for coming along on the day with me, and I hope that's given you some insight into what I do all day. It wasn't exactly a typical day, but it had a couple of the main elements, and I'm just gonna do my stretching at home before I go to sleep. My evening stretching, which has now become night stretching. I've already had dinner, and I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film the stretching or not. I need to have a shower first because I've got sunscreen all over me, and I don't want to put it all over the mat. We'll see.